At the RNC, where delegates announced J.D. Vance as Trump's running mate.
Yeah, that happening yesterday. And the theme of today, day 2, is making America safe again. WLWT News 5's anchor Mike Dardis in Milwaukee, live for us tonight with the very latest from inside the arena. Hi there, Mike.
Tossing to him like
hi there, Cherie, and hi there, Chris. You know, more of the appetizers again today for the Republican Party as they kind of set the table for the main courses tomorrow night and Thursday night. Of course, the speeches of Ohio U.S. Senator J.D. Vance in prime time addressing the nation tomorrow night, and then the former President Donald Trump on Thursday night as well. Today, more of a party bonding day as I went out to downtown Milwaukee, rubbing elbows with some of the delegates from all across America. There were a lot of parties, people filing into hotels and restaurants and bars for all kinds of get-togethers to watch speakers and that sort of thing. And what's interesting is I was walking around. You know, in Cincinnati, we've been focusing on Senator Vance for a long time as a possible pick of Donald Trump. But as I asked a lot of people from all across America, many of them were a bit surprised.
God bless America. God bless USA. God bless President Trump.
It's not all about elephants and donkeys at these political conventions.
Coco Nut, and this is Kylie. She's
For some dogs, it's pleasure. Others are working. Their owners focused on politics.
I'm grateful that I'm here, and just I've gone to a lot of Trump rallies in the past, and just to see Trump thriving and to see his VP pick. And just, you know, I'm not even in the convention center, but I'm having a great time just talking to people.
When J.D. Vance come running up the steps.
In Greater Cincinnati, the J.D. Vance Watch has been going on for months now, but I spoke with many delegates from all across America today who said he wasn't even on their radar.
It shocked me because of his age mostly, but I'm happy to see that the younger generation is getting more active because, as we all know, we're getting older and not enough of the younger generation is stepping up.
He wasn't my first choice. I would have preferred someone who has deep skin in the game, someone like General Michael Flynn, who has been attacked by the liberals and by the leftists. But I think J.D. Vance is very good.
So what did you think when J.D. came out last night?
This delegate from Arizona is exposing an even younger crowd to America's high-stress political game.
I was very happy, though. J.D. Vance is young. He's got a young family. He's very passionate. He's very much about the working class, the people, the everyday people, the common man.
And some connections to Ohio tonight on that big stage behind me on day 2 of the Republican National Convention. You've got Bernie Moreno speaking, of course, Senate hopeful, fighting against U.S. Senate candidate, or U.S. Senator, rather, Sherrod Brown, and Vivek Ramaswamy from Cincinnati, a St. X grad. Who knows what's next for him? Could be appointed to Senate if it rolls that way, or maybe a cabinet spot if Donald Trump wins the presidency. We'll see. But it's a big night here, day number 2, Republican National Convention, again, setting the table for Wednesday and Thursday. By the way, coming up at 7 o'clock tonight, an interview with NBC political analyst Kristen Welker, also the host of Meet the Press. We talked a little bit about President Biden and if he's going to make it to the finish line, her thoughts on J.D. Vance, and much more. That's at 7, but in the meantime, I'll see you less than an hour from now live here at 6 o'clock. For now, Mike Dardis here in Milwaukee at the RNC. Back to you guys.
All right, Mike, thanks so much for your coverage. We look forward to seeing you again at 6 o'clock.